Hey, what's going on, you chap? Charmander. Today we're taking a look at Mega Venusaur. Full credit for this build goes to Lucky, who got top 4 in an online tournament last week with 467 players in it. Now, I did try Mega Venusaur out a little bit upon release of Mega Evolution, and honestly, getting the deck to work and function was just kind of frustrating. It was really hard to make the deck function and actually feel good, so I put it down for a little while, and then I saw Lucky perform decently in an online tournament. I was like, let's just go ahead and copy this list, try it out, because I did want to try Mega Venusaur out again. I wanted to give it another chance, and this felt way better than whatever I was cooking previously, and I still think the ceiling for Mega Venusaur is quite a bit higher. So this is the 60 that I played with. Like I said, this is their 60 from the tournament. The only difference is in the tournament, instead of 2 Turo, they did play a Wally's Compassion, and the Wally's Compassion says heal all damage from one of your Mega Evolution Pokemon EX. If you healed any damage this way, put all energy attached to that Pokemon into your hand. But they did say to cut the Wally's for 2 Turo, so I put a second Turo in here over the Wally's Compassion on their recommendation. The big card that I would want to try out further in this deck, but I don't know what I would quite cut yet, is the Wo-Chien EX with the IV attack. I don't know. Don't worry. 2 grass and a colorless. This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, bench Pokemon, for each prize card your opponent has taken. I think it's going to be really, really powerful in this deck as like a closer, because one thing I definitely found with this deck is our damage to our opponent's active Pokemon is pretty limited. We do have the Mega Venusaur, of course, and we can hit really, really hard with Teal Mask Ogerpon if we have enough energy in play. But when we get to those late game scenarios where we've already used quite a few attackers, our opponent's KO'd a couple of our attackers, we don't have that many energy in play, or our opponent just Ionos us low and leaves like a 1-prizer in the active, it can be hard for us to close out games. There is Boss's Orders, there is Counter Catcher in this list, but we don't have a lot of draw power. As you can see, the only draw power we really have is Fezandipiti, but if our opponent doesn't take a knockout, we don't draw cards. And then we do have the Teal Dance, of course, with Teal Mask Ogerpon, but that doesn't really like effectively draw us cards. We're just kind of trading in grass energy for the next card off the top of our deck, which, I mean, I guess with Bug Catching Set, I guess that's technically, we do have some like reach for the energy, but you get what I'm saying. We don't have a lot of draw power, so we're a little bit limited on that, but we do have a lot of Pokemon search. We have the Bug Catching Sets, we have Nest Balls, we have Ultra Balls, and we could just play a Lillie's or an Iono to get into the Wo-Chien EX to then close out games. So if our opponent's drawing like 4 prize cards, this would be hitting for 240 damage on one of our opponent's bench Pokemon. Specifically, that is enough damage to KO Fezandipiti, which most people put on their bench in every game and situation because the card's broken. So having a Pokemon that allows you to close out the game on Fezandipiti is usually pretty good. Boss kind of does it for every deck in the format, but finding Boss can be a little bit harder in some matchups in some games than others, and sometimes KOing the opponent's active isn't quite enough. So that would be like the one card. The main card I'd be trying to fit into the deck to try out would be the Wo-Chien EX. I don't know, I'd maybe cut the Counter Catcher or a Boss's Orders. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Mega Venusaur, let's talk about that a little bit further. Stage 2 Mega Pokemon, 380 HP. It's got that Solar Transfer ability. As often as you like during your turn, you may use this ability, move a grass energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon, and then for 4 grass energy, it does 240, and you heal 30 from this Pokemon. So 240 is decent. You know, KOs Ogerpons and Fez and Latias and Mew. 2-hit KOs basically everything else in the format. Of course, we're 1-hit KOing the stuff like Monkey Doris and Ralts and Dreepy and stuff like that. Healing 30 from ourselves can be relevant. We do have a lot of HP, of course, but it usually isn't getting us out of range of like a 2-hit KO, so that doesn't really do that much, I'm not going to lie. And we do play Teal Mask Ogerpons in the deck to accelerate extra energy into play, of course, that we can then move around with our Solar Transfer. So most of the time, we're attacking with the Mega Venusaur or an Ogerpon, and we're getting extra energy in play through Ogerpon, but then we are multiplying our energy with the Meganium here with the Wild Growth ability, and this is really the star of not just this deck, but kind of grass decks in general, and probably all future grass decks as well. Meganium and the Forest of Vitality, of course, but yeah, Meganium, each basic grass energy attached to all your Pokemon provides 2 grass energy. The effect of Wild Growth doesn't stack, so having 2 Meganium in play doesn't further give us more energy, but it turns every grass energy into 2 grass energy, which for Mega Venusaur means we only need 2 grass energy attached to Mega Venusaur. And for the Teal Mask Ogerpon, that means when we're doing 30 damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon, every grass energy is plus 60 damage for the Teal Mask Ogerpon's Myriad Leaf Shower. So we can hit really, really hard with Teal Mask Ogerpon really, really quickly. And of course, Forest of Vitality is how we set up these Stage 2 Pokemon. Each player's grass Pokemon can evolve into a grass Pokemon during their turn. They put that Pokemon to play, except during their first turn. So on your first turn, whether you go first or second, that's still your first turn, you can't use the effect of this of this stadium. But once the stadium's in play on your second turn or any future turns, you could go you could go all the way up from a Bulbasaur to a Mega Venusaur. You go Bulbasaur into Ivysaur into Mega Venusaur. Doesn't matter how many turns the Bulbasaur has been in play. Just go all the way up to the Mega Venusaur. Same thing with the Meganium or even the Toedscool. It's not a stage 2, but we can go from the basic to the stage 1 in a single turn, which is pretty good. So that is the gist of the deck. Powerful abilities, Teal Mask Ogerpon. We can hit really hard. Big, beefy Mega Venusaur hits reasonably hard, but has a lot of HP, so it's not getting KO'd very easily. And then Meganium fuels all their attacks. The Toedscruel, of course, is in here as a 1/1 for its Slime Mold Colony as a tech against Golden Go. Of course, we play Fezandipiti because Fezandipiti. And then this is probably the most powerful card in the deck. Regigigas, this card is actually just insanely powerful in general. The reason you don't see many people play the Regigigas is because its attack takes 4 colorless energy, which is a lot. No deck can set this up since Lugia has rotated until now, thanks to the multiplication of the wild growth from Meganium that doubles our grass energy, not just on grass Pokemon, but on any Pokemon. And then the ability of the Solar Transfer to move our energy around. After we accelerate into play with Teal Mask Ogerpon, you can efficiently set up a Regigigas, which for the attack does 100 damage plus 230 more damage if the active is a Terra Pokemon. That's 330 damage against stuff like Charizard, Dragapult, Teal Mask Ogerpon, Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. There's more of them. I'm kind of forgetting the rest of them. Ceruledge. It's always hard to remember which Pokemon are Terra Pokemon because they don't do anything that is like a Terra thing. They just are called Terra Pokemon. But the point is that this KOs a lot of very big Pokemon in the current metagame and is an insanely powerful attacker. It just can been kind of waiting for a deck to be able to actually set it up efficiently ever since the Lugia V-Star rotated. For the rest of the deck in here, we got 4 Iono, 4 Lillie, 4 the draw supporters. That's another thing I would want to like mess around with a little bit, getting some researches in here over some of the Ionos, or just getting more supporters in the deck in general, I think could be pretty valuable for just consistency throughout a game. So trying to add some researches over Ionos, I think would be pretty good. 2 Boss's Orders, 2 Turo, like I mentioned. The Turos are really, really nice for mobility on some of our Pokemon. Stuff like Venusaur still has a super high retreat cost, so if we attack with Venusaur one turn, but then we want to attack with Regigigas next turn, it does only require 2 energy to retreat the Mega Venusaur if we have Meganium set up, but that still is 2 less energy we have in play. So that's not great. So it can do some healing, some mobility, also some liability removal. We could put Fez in play one turn, and then Turo at the next turn, and there's no longer this low HP 2-prizer on our bench. For Bug Catching Set, this is probably the most powerful, or the card that has like, no, it's like the most powerful card in the deck, besides like Forest of Vitality probably. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 2 in any combination of grass Pokemon and basic grass energy, but it can be any grass Pokemon. It can be basic, stage 1, stage 2, doesn't matter. So you can pull off some really, really powerful turns in the early game, specifically with the bug catching sets where you like find like a Bayleef and a Mega Venusaur, the last couple pieces you need to get your evolution lines set up so you can start swinging and doing big damage. 4 Nest Ball, 4 or 3 Ultra Ball actually, 2 Night Stretcher and a Max Rod for the A-Spec and the recovery. And the Max Rod honestly just feels super, super smooth in this deck, especially once our opponent KOs either one of our big Ogerpons or they chase our Meganium, which is like a Pokemon that our opponent often chases is our Meganium line. Now, if we played Super Rods in here instead, that would recover the Pokemon, but it would go to the deck, instantly being able to get your Pokemon from your discard pile in your hand in the quantity that Max Rod does. When doing that synergizes so well with Force of Vitality and just getting grass energy back into the hand to put in play through attachment and Teal Dance just makes Max Rod insanely, high value in this deck. So big fan of the Max Rod. A lot of people have asked me what do I think is like the best A-Spec or the discussion around the best A-Spec in Mega Venusaur. I think it is just Max Rod. Max Rod feels so good. Secret Box also has a good argument behind it because it becomes +1 out to help find our stadium, which is good if we don't find Force of Vitality is kind of what makes everything kind of flow. It's like we have all these Pokemon in the deck, but all they're going to do is sit in our hand and clog our hand. If we don't have Force of Vitality, like put them in play aggressively. And if we can't put them in play aggressively, then we're not attacking for very much damage. And then our opponent's just like boss KOing our Bayleef off our bench instead of having to deal with like a Mega Venusaur on the active or a Teal Mask Ogerpon with 3 energy on it because we don't have any of our powerful Pokemon set up like the Meganium or like the Mega Venusaur. So that's why Force of Vitality is so important. So having +1 out to Force of Vitality through the Secret Box, like there is like some good logic behind that. But yeah, I don't know. Once we get going, the Max Rod is just so good. I think the Max Rod is probably the way to go in Mega Venusaur decks. and then 9 basic grass energy. That's it. That's the build. Let's jump into some action, and definitely going to be working on another iteration of Venusaur in the future. So I'll be coming back at y'all with some more Venusaur action in the future. Let's jump into some action. Yeah. Let's probably Pulse, so I should probably play this Ultra Ball. I wanted to at least just attack next turn. There's a good chance I get Iono'd. Question is, do I put the Forest in play? I didn't count my Forest, so let's pass. I didn't price check, so. Anything showing off the mulligan? Oh, I guess I could have checked that. Yeah, good point. Oh, it's just, I literally hit the exact same Charizard player. Yeah, I literally hit the exact same Charizard player. Maybe I wouldn't have played the Ultra Ball then if I knew that. I didn't even look at the mulligan. Azul, hope you're doing well. Was just watching a bunch of old TCG videos. Could you explain the Lost Zone and Lost Box during the Sword and Shield era? How did it work? Or anyone in the chat if they know. I mean, it was just a mechanic. The Lost Zone exists in the Pokemon TCG right now. It's literally right here. This is the Lost Zone, or like right here, whatever. It's like right here. The Lost Zone like is still there. But it's just like it's a place where cards go where they cannot be recovered. And Lost Box was a deck that interacted with numbers of cards being in the Lost Zone. You had 4 cards in the Lost Zone, cram attack for free. If you had 7 cards in the Lost Zone, you could play Mirage Gate. If you had 10 cards in the Lost Zone, Sableye could attack. And like cards put cards in the Lost Zone. Could you pair Venusaur with the new Celebi? The Celebi is good. The problem with the Celebi is it's hard to get in the active. That is the problem with the Celebi, but... I mean, I don't really want to KO a Tatsugiri with a freaking... I mean, Regigigas seems good in this matchup, so I think we play it. I'm wasting... Oh, an Ogerpon KO here seems kind of bad. Not attacking also seems bad, though. Razor Leaf comes up a little bit short. What does this guy do? Oh, I need this guy in play to use that guy. I could just actually attach to Regigigas, though. Okay, screw it and evolve, and then... Oh, but I'm just going to get Chi-Yu'd here, right? Well, theoretically. I did just Iono them up to 6, which feels terrible. Maybe they don't get the Chi-Yu, though. Pretend the last card is research. I've been playing a lot of Camerupt, and I think the Volcarona build is by far better. Also, Badoo as an attacker is goated. The Badoo's kind of cool. Not sure about the, what's it called, though. You could even Vitality Band the Badoo plus 50 burn to do 70 damage, which is kind of cool. So you only need like 1 Magmortar in play. Yeah, Badoo's chill. Chill, not the Meganium, bro. Well, I assume. But depending on how they KO it, I don't really care, right? Maybe they're trying to... Oh, they just evolved this to a Charmeleon. They're just trying to trap it for a turn. Okay, sure. Unfair? Surely we draw a supporter this time, right? Okay. I think we just try and Mezagoza to try and set up the other line of this. So we try and get the Chikorita off the Mez. How you doing? How is Reggie feeling? I was running Mew instead of Reggie. I mean, the Reggie just seems good. I mean, Regigigas seems good in any deck that can set it up. Not many decks can set up Regigigas, though. Are they popping clops to KO the Meganium, maybe? That wouldn't even KO it, would it? That doesn't even KO it. Oh, if they have Dusknoir? Sure, yeah. Not Clops. Clops wouldn't work. Dusknoir would work, though. What does Reggie specifically do? 330 damage to Terra Pokemon. So KO's Charizard, Dragapult, Ceruledge, like Lucky and Chat just said. Ogerpon. Waterpon. I'm sure there's some other Terra Pokemon at KO. So there's also one project that does 100 damage, which isn't even bad to like KO stuff like Charmeleon. If you don't want to leave it 2 prize when you're active, that is. Where's my duck when I need it? I need the duck. What the heck? What the? Another one, bro? Chill, Ivysaur. This guy's so eager. I could Turo to guarantee I can move this, or I think play the Lilies to hope to draw a Grass Energy or a... I'm gonna play Lilies. Like, it's just so bad. Okay. Let me... Oh, I don't have a Stadium. I was like, why can't I evolve that? So I want to KO... What do I want to KO this Charmeleon with, I guess is the question. Because I could get a Venusaur, but then I have a Venusaur in play, which is a 3-prize Pokemon that I can one-hit KO with Maximum Belt. Oh, they're playing on Fair Sim. They don't play Maximum Belt. What the heck? Give me that Venusaur. Oh, alright, sure. Maybe not. One poke. Well, that sucked. I guess maybe I should have waited on the Mezzigoza until I played the Lillie, because I didn't realize that they played the unfair stamp. Or, like, I realized it, but I didn't realize what that meant. So I probably should have saved the Mezzigoza use until after the Lillie, to be honest, because getting, like, the Venusaur here would have been fine. Initially, I was thinking, like, the Venusaur would not be good to get, but actually would have been pretty good to get. I mean, we just have to swing, right? Punching. But we could have hit with... Actually, I don't even know what... We could have hit with Meganium, I guess. Yeah, we could have just hit them with Meganium if I had... On the right... If I had waited. I don't know why we didn't just grab Venusaur with it. Well, I didn't want to put Venusaur in play until I realized that they don't play Maximum Belt. And then I was like, okay, I probably would have been fine with that. Because they could literally win in 2 attacks. They could go Chi-Yu Maximum Belt Knockout into... Well, I guess they discarded Briar turn 1 too, though. I doubt they play Palpad. So they couldn't go 3 prize, but they stamped you. Yeah, if you're listening to me, Tommy, I literally just explained that, how I missed, and I didn't realize that Stamp was their ace spec. Thanks, though. I literally just said that. So you can go to Venusaur on 1 turn if you have all evils in hand. Yeah, pretty much. With the Forest of Vitality, yeah. In this deck, you try to keep Ivysaur until you feel safe to put Venusaur. Not over. I just have not had access to a Venusaur until like I made the mistake of not realizing I didn't play Maximum Belt. But no, you can put Venusaur in play super aggressively in a ton of situations and a ton of matchups. You don't have to like wait a long time. It's not like required. All right. I mean, honestly, I just want to kind of KO them with like KOing this with Venusaur seems fine. Oh, no, I boss. I can just kill this guy, right? Can they win this turn? If I get heads on this, we're chilling, but if I don't get heads, we're not chilling. Let's see if we're chilling. Boss K with Gigas? Oh, yeah, true. What the heck am I doing? I could just boss K with Gigas. I forgot Giga. Dude. Alright, we got heads. We get heads here anyways. Gotta stop trolling. Are you playing in Doom tonight? I don't know. Maybe. Wait, can I lose if I use Venusaur? They're already down their Briar, right? I'm not losing if I use the Venusaur here, right? Yo, what the fuck? Give me that guy. I probably should have gone with the Gigas KO, to be honest. Because also I didn't need to get heads. I just need to go attach to Gigas paws. Sorry, we're doing a little bit of troll. We do a little bit of trolling. We do a little bit of inting. But if we get the dub in the end, does it really matter? The answer is yes. You should try and play better than you did. You should try and play better if you can. But all I care about is the dub. Oh yeah, they only have Chi Yu. So they're gonna go Chi Yu, Boss KO, Ogerpon. They're gonna go Chi Yu, Boss KO, my Ogerpon. Doesn't change anything for me though, right? Like I would just do this. Hit him with that dump. Just pop Nor and Chi Yu, Boss KO, Ogerpon. I mean, well, they can't pop Nor. I win with an attack if they pop Nor. They're definitely not popping Nor. Wait. No, they can't do that, no. I think Regigigas is too necessary. All right. Chat, we got to lock in here a little bit here. This card is actually insane. The reason you don't see anyone play Regigigas is because nobody can set this motherfucker up, bro. It costs 4 colorless energy. No one can set this guy up. This guy's insanely powerful. But this deck can set it up. This guy is broken, bro. This was a huge buff for Lugia when this card came out, because Lugia was the only deck that could set this guy up. This guy's insane. But you don't see anyone play it because you can't set his ass up. 4 colorless energy? How do we ever get there? We can't. But wait, we can. We're playing Mega Venusaur. Let me see if I understand Forest correctly. If you place down a grass type, then you can evolve it to stage 1 immediately. And if you played it last turn, you can evolve twice. No, you can just evolve infinitely, Mug. Like, you can just go... You can evolve from a basic to a stage 2 the turn you play the basic. But except on your first turn. But not on your first turn. The guy went crazy in Lugia. Yeah, he was kind of insane. Glacier Gigas. Well, no, that sucks. That sucks. 2 Gigas? No. One Gigas is fine. Chill. Now we're going overboard. You only need 1 Gigas. But yeah, this card is absolutely insanely powerful. Okay, that's not gonna lie. Yeah, it's pretty. Like, it's a good stadium. Very good stadium. 4 Gigas? No, not 4 Gigas. No! 4 Gigas, 4 Night Stretcher, 4 Super Rod, 4 Max Rod. We need more, man. We need more Regigigas. I see why it's good, but I think I prefer just doing tons of damage with, like, Ogerpon. Well, Ogerpon's worth 2 prize cards. It's, like, super inefficient. And they can't one-hit KO this guy with a Charizard, right? So if I just punch with Charizard, I win, right? I guess my opponent can KO my Meganium, but if I get second Meganium, like this. We have the entire Reggie's deck in here. Yeah, sure, why not? Get the whole squad involved. So we should just win with this play, right? Evolve Punch. There's no, they can't hit 380. Am I trolling? Yo, in fact, bro, give me that energy, Regigigas. You don't deserve that. Max Ball Gaming coming up. No. We already went over this. They play Unfair Stamp. You don't need 2 lines of any grass Pokemon if you have Maximum Belt, Max Rod in hand, though. If Stadium is out, just get back the line that is KO'd. Yeah, but it's not that simple in a lot of matchups, though. Like, they play Iono and stuff like that. And having, what's it called? Well, actually, I don't know what you're responding to be honest, but it's tough. Gravity Mount Defiance Band incoming. Bro, leave my Venusaur alone. 4 Gigas, 4 Ditto, 4 Fan Ornament. 4 Switch, because we have to be able to switch between each Ditto on the first turn of the game to make them all into a Regigigas. I'm having trouble, been having difficulty with my Grimmsnarl deck playing against Garchomp and Iron Hands. How do I beat them? I mean, Iron Hands is just tough for Grim. Garchomp? I honestly don't know if that matchup is a good matchup or a bad matchup, to be honest. It's probably unfavored, though. There's the board saying not a particular comment, but I also don't know your list, so I have nothing substantial to say. No, you're good, Dan. You're good. The Max Rod is a fraud in this deck. Secret Box is just better. I don't know. The Max Rod is like your things die eventually, and being able to instantly recover everything through one thing is like, yeah, I don't know. The Max Rod's pretty broken. Secret Box is like super. Secret Box is like super. It's like super mid because it can find you another Force of Vitality. I don't know. Yeah, that card's just mid. Oh, I don't kill their active here. Oh, interesting. I can reset my Jungle Dumper here though. I didn't realize that they could do this play, to be honest. Wait, what happens if they have counter catch or KO my Ivysaur with the Pidgeot? Okay, they're down both counter catcher, and they played Iono, so they can't boss. But we drew Turo, so we can just reset. What do we heal? 30? That's not good enough. Yo, Turo. Was benching that a mistake? No, right? Pidgeot can KO, but who cares? So do we need another supporter search Pokemon like Luminian back? I don't know. I only concern myself with what cards are currently legal in the standard format. One with Fez Snipe, no. Oh, true, yeah. We do a little bit of trolling around here. You know what it is. I wanted my opponent to feel helpless going into their turn. I want to checkmate my opponent in a board state where going into the turn, they look at their hand, they're thinking about plays they possibly have available, but they know it's hopeless. And no matter what, when they pass over to me, I will body them with a jungle dump. And their mental will be destroyed for the rest of today when they play on the PTCG live ladder. I'm not about to just like Cruel Arrow win the game. Like, that's too easy. It's too simple. My opponent will move on from this game and be like, oh, well, nothing I could do there. They had the Turo Fezandipiti combo. We go next. And now look at them, trying to come up with some kind of game plan that allows them to win the game at this point. It's not there. It's not possible. Cruel Arrow not cruel enough? Yeah, it doesn't... It's not cruel enough. We need to go a step further. That Mega Venusaur Twitter account would be proud. Yeah. This is the kind of content they want to see. They have to run to something, right? Do they actually have an out here? It'd be really funny if they actually have an out here, though. I'm not gonna lie. They have to like retreat to. Oh, that doesn't work. I just KO you with the Regigigas. They probably realized they didn't have an out, so they're just like, oh shoot, whatever, screw it. Like maybe they initially thought it doesn't apply to Regigigas, the double energy thing, but. Does the new Meganium's ability double the damage modifier for Toedscruel EX's attack? No. Toedscruel does more damage for each Pokemon with an energy. A Pokemon could have 10 energy, and it would only do 30 more damage for that Pokemon. All right, well, I appreciate the I appreciate the effort, Mug. I'll look it up on Secret Talks. YouTube. See if there's anything that I'd be interested in. I mean, this is just Rocket's Mewtwo. There's like nothing crazy in this deck. I guess there's the Zapdos. I'm pretty sure that guy's just ass. Hot-ass air balloon. Chill. Let him be mobile already. How do you feel about Zard yesterday? I mean, Zard's good. The question is, where are we at with the Poltnor matchup, right? I don't have the answer for that because I didn't play against any Poltnors. It'd be like a matchup I'd have to like sit down and grind. What the heck? What is this, man? Where are my basics? Maybe they don't exist. Isn't Poltnor dead? No? Pretty good deck. Yeah, the question is where are we at in the Poltnor matchup? You have Psyduck. You can play Psyduck. You can put a Mist Energy on your Psyduck. Like I have 2 Mist Energy in my build. What is our matchup percentage against Poltnor? That's the question. I don't know where we're at with that though. I'm not sure where we're at. And I was gonna bind this thing down, but I can't because I didn't draw a freaking Grass Energy. What's even the point, man? What's the point, man? They hit me with the Iron Bungus. Bro, I don't want to get Bungus. I don't know if they play the Bungus. They need to... Can I scroll in this? Oh my gosh, it's miserable. Okay, with the idea of trying to avoid Bungus, I'm gonna bench Regigigas. And I'll pass. Never lucky. Dude. We just needed a Grass Energy, man. That feels so bad. I just need a Grass Energy, man. What are we doing here? Well, I can just like KO this with this, right? With 3 grass. We know how hard it is to get Grass Energy with this deck, though. Let me not get hasty here. I know how this deck feels about me giving me Grass Energy, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. It'd be funny if I prize like 6 Grass Energy or something. Nope, prize 0. All right, whatever, man. I could get Bayleef or I could just grab... No, I feel like I got 4 Nest Ball in here. I feel like I could Ultra Ball for Fez there. Fez sees me +3, but I feel like that's not worth the cost of the Ultra Ball there for sure. Isn't the hands charmed? Yeah, I didn't really do the math. I just kind of assumed with 2 energy and a thing that would be enough, but I don't know if it is, to be honest. Like, is that enough? I should don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need the extra energy, right? Unless I'm trolling. I could be trolling too. Four, 5, 9. 9 times 3, 270. So I need this. The question is, what do I Ultra Ball away? Definitely the Toedscruel. I mean, the Bulbasaur has to come first. Counter Catcher is just like a really good card, so I think I go with this. Because Counter Catcher is just kind of broken, but I could be trolling for that. Not finding a Nest Ball there for Fez is like pretty unfortunate, to be honest. Not gonna lie. -1, -60. Okay, yeah. Latias has -2 retreat, so every time it retreats, Azul owes him 2 energy. Yeah, I have to accelerate 2 energy to the Latias myself. It's a pretty good tactic for my opponent, I'm not gonna lie. I think 1 or 2 Earthen Vessel would be overkill in that deck. This deck? No, we don't need Earthen Vessel. If you feel like you don't have enough energy, you just play more grass energy. Because we already have a Bug Catching Set that can search out energy of the deck. Vessel wouldn't be worth it at all. So what's your favorite deck from the Mega Evolution expansion so far? Alakazam. Do you play Briar? No, there's no Briar in here. Although, actually, I don't hate the idea of a Briar. Ooh. I actually kind of like that. Actually... Okay, actually, now I want to cook a Ogerpon Meganium deck, now that you mentioned Briar. I did not think about Briar at all, but... What if you played Meganium, Ogerpon, no Venusaur, Briar? You won't ever find out at the right time? You won't, I will. And I'll beat you with it too. I wouldn't play Briar in this deck. But in like a quad Ogerpon Meganium deck, no Venusaur, I would. Isn't Venusaur how you stack energy to take KOs? We can make it work without it. We'll figure it out. I'm not stressing it. I'm not stressing it. I mean, that's pretty rude. Just energy switches? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We should just play a couple energy switches, which should be enough, I think. Why not have Venusaur though? Just so clunky. Like if we're trying to like make the deck more streamlined, it just makes the deck more clunky for no reason. Overcome it. Energy would be nice. Okay, I see you. I see you. Helping me out this time. Now we're just kind of obliterating them, to be honest. I mean, they are kind of like dead drawing in this mid-game situation, but when you play a mid deck, you're gonna draw mid. Haha. I could have actually retreated. No, but why would I not leave the Gigas in the active? Gigas in the active makes the most sense, right? Just play 4 Blissies. We could play a 1-1 Blissey, to be honest. That would maybe be enough. Would be like a 1-1 Blissey. Or 2-2 Blissey or something like that. But honestly, Blissey's kind of bad because it has 4 retreat costs. Having 4 retreat costs is just not good. Yeah, but gotta have Venusaur for the Mega Manetric matchup. Otherwise, they'll block your Ogerpons. That's fine. I'll take the L to Mega Man. Can't misdraw into your good cards when you run no good cards. Exactly. You can't whiff if there's nothing to whiff. Mew is nice with Meganium to genome hacking Lucario. Yeah, it's just not really a matchup I care that much to tech for, to be honest. I mean, Mew's not bad besides that, though. Like, the draw power potential of Mew in any matchup is good. But, like, that's the only reason... That's the only matchup where Mew's better than Regigigas. Otherwise, Regigigas is, like, way better. Honestly, Jungle Dump just seems like a better Chien Pao. What? Why are you even comparing these two? Do not compare marvelous Chien Pao to a Jungle Dumper. But with Meganium, it's 2 retreat. With an air balloon, it's 1. Oh, the Blissies? Sure, sure. E-switches might just be better, though, to be honest. Yeah, Chien Pao must be held in the highest regard possible. What A-spec would you even play? You probably just play Max Raw on that deck still, right? Probably. Genome hacking seems like a better Trifrost. 3 energy is a lot lower than 4. Listen, I know most of it's a joke, most of it's a meme, but I want to try and lower the toxicity in the chat a little bit. Appreciate it, Evan. Appreciate the 16 months there, Genosaur. I wouldn't mind hitting basics here, right? Sure, single grass energy. Why not? Dude, the bug catching set just feels so weak sometimes. So insanely weak. I don't really want another Ogerpon in play though. Right? Like I don't want this guy in play. Let's pass. Alright, Soda, I'm gonna have to give you 24 hours for that. Ban Soda. We'll go Soda 24 hours. Oh my. Come on, Soda. We're trying out here. Soda sent that with his chest too. He meant that. If we all say it in honor of Soda, he can't get us all. Oh, I definitely can. I don't even think I have any mods in chat right now, but I can do it by myself. No problem. I'll get all of y'all. No problem. Their start was pretty weak there. I don't want to do anything too crazy. Just gonna Lilies and... I don't think bossing here makes sense. I think we just Lillie and try and find evolutions. Yeah, bossing that lone Dreepy here doesn't make a ton of sense, I don't think. Or maybe I just don't attack because I just want to draw more with Lillie next turn. Is that ever the play? Like, I want to do this. I want to do this. Is that ever a thing? I just, like... You need the one prize, they're gonna Dusk? It doesn't change anything. If I take a one prize knockout, they get double Dusk, right? It doesn't make a difference there. I give them Fez draw if I take the knockout. Honestly, I don't love taking a KO here. I'm just not gonna take a knockout. We're just gonna see what happens. It's the same thing as next turn though, Snoopy. Like I can take the knockout next turn. It's the same thing, right? You can swipe Dracolos with Fez next turn. True, I can also do that. I didn't even think about that, to be honest, Super Car, but that's a good call out there for sure. Bro, what is this copy pasta? Press F for Soda King, the legend who poured one soda too many. They said no spam, but Soda King only knew spam plus Sprite plus Surge plus Surge plus Surge. His carbonation levels were off the charts, his fizz unmatched, his bubbles eternal. He was banned not for what he did, but for what he represented. Pure, unfiltered refreshment. May your cans always be cold, your cups always full, and your name forever whispered in vending machines of our hearts. Free Soda King. Bro, what? How'd you come up with this so fast? Or where'd you get this? Oh, of course. They just have Candy, Dragon Ball, Neo Upper Energy. I forgot they had the nuts. AI'd. Bro. I guess we should have just taken the KO. No, I don't know if that's true though. Maybe. Maybe we should have. Oh, I guess they just ended up giving me a prize card anyways. Dude, I'm cooked. Can I KO this though with like an Ogerpon? I probably can, right? If we just draw the nuts. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, I forgot to get Pop and Norn, then I just can't lose determination on my next turn, which is kinda cringe. Not gonna lie, that's not very not cringe. That's pretty almost most definitely for sure cringe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 5, 6. Wait. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a KO. Shut up, shut up. Never say 6, 7 ever again. You're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned. 6, 7. Dude, what is it? It's not even funny. It's not even a no. It's not even funny. Terrible meme, terrible meme, terrible meme. Honestly, I have no idea what it means. The 6, 7 meme. I only see it, but I don't know it. 330? Easy. Oh, fuck, I got Gigas. Oh, but I couldn't get to the Gigas. Oh, there's a good chance that this guy dies, though. So I probably actually just get another Ogerpon and cycle with this guy now. Oh, no. It's not worth using yet, though, because I couldn't get to a Venusaur anyways. So I think we just swing. 330 is kind of absurd for 4 energy. It's from a song used in LaMelo Ball edits. Shout out LaMelo Ball for the sickest memes. I'm too old for these new generations. What is 6, 7? It's explaining how you went from 6 tournament wins to 7 tournament wins. I think it'll be 7, 8 once you win your 8th tournament this week. Gotta lock in Heracross. Get the next dub. You know their pawn? Yeah, pawn is definitely the best thing to grab there for sure. Yeah, 6, 7 was the moment I realized I'm too old for this shit now. Yeah, Bulu in this deck? No, there's no Bulu. Bulu is rubbish, mate. Rubbish. 4/6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Dude, see, now that's a banger, bro. The kids these days don't even know that one. That is a classic. Now instead of like a interesting, thought-provoking meme such as 7, 8, 9, people, the kids these days they just say 6, 7. Like no one's eating anyone either. Uh-oh, my hand sucks. Certified Hood Classic. Certified Hood Classic. Are they not taking a knockout this turn? They're getting itchy with the pollen? That's their answer here? You're cooked for this one, buddy. I always draw a boss here. They could still Ursaluna, though. They can go Ursaluna knockout. But it's alright. I'm okay with that. Is there any hope for Venusaur Azul, or does it just make for good content? I don't think it's competitive, no. I don't think it's competitive. But it's not terrible. Watching a Venusaur deck become an Ogerpon deck hurts. Yeah. True, honestly. What does this become, man? What are we even doing anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like... This guy just gets stuck for a turn, though, right? If they attack me with the Ursaluna, it's just going to be stuck for a turn. I'd imagine. I don't think they have a way to move this guy. What is on the bottom of my deck right now? Also, what is my win condition? They didn't Iono this turn, but they Iono'd... Cruel Arrow? Oh, we do win with Cruel Arrow, yeah. Okay, so I kind of do like the cards on the bottom of my deck. Yikes. Currently whiffing, man. We currently don't have game. I'm about to Iono myself down to 1. That's scary. Iono into the Max Rod. These Scramble Switch would be good in this deck? No. Okay, if I punch them... They can't move. Like, punching them is fine here, right? I'm not trolling by punching them. I'm pretty sure just punching them is literally fine. We're going to find out. There's no way they play a Switch, right? No one plays Switch in that deck. Scramble Switch. Oh, wait, but they have this guy. Oh, no. But they can't get... They don't have Latias. Yeah, we're chilling. They would need Switch or Turo and Dragapult Energy. Okay, sure. Scramble Switch? No, this guy literally is Scramble Switch. Literally, this guy literally does what Scramble Switch does for us. Turo wins? Turo does win. I don't think they have Turo, though. I don't believe in them having Turo, so... I think most Poltnors do not play Turo, so I'm okay with playing towards that win condition. We could have retreated to Bulbasaur, though, I guess, and passed with Bulbasaur in the active. Hit him with the bind down? Ooh, then they're really stuck. They're super stuck. No, but honestly, if we don't hit, though, the chance that we win next turn still isn't that high. I think hitting gives us the highest odds of winning for sure. Then bossing Venu would be annoying, I think. Not really, because I just move the energy to the Venusaur and I knock out their active. They can't boss in Turo. Is there a Relicanth? No, there's no Relicanth. Oh, are we out of energy in deck? No, we have energy left. Max Rod as well. Yeah, we're close to the Cruel Arrow, just not quite. I mean, they're playing like they have something. I would have to be a Switch, right? Yeah, they would have to play a Switch. That's the only thing they could have here. Because they can't clear a bench space for Latias, so... Switch in Poltnor is criminal, though. The Turo is like one thing, but Switch? Are you kidding me right now? No shot. Oh, Countercatcher. Countercatcher my... No. Countercatcher my... That also doesn't work, but they don't realize that doesn't work. Maybe they're hoping I don't realize it doesn't work as well. They're like... Now they'll never know if I knew or not. Gotta keep that secret. So if I ever play against them again, they might try and bring up my Fez again, hoping I don't realize that I can attack with my Fez. That's like the future mind games.